guys, BBI here. I want to stop and say thanks for tuning in and checking out whatever the video is about that's about ready to come up next. If you could take a minute and hit subscribe, I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you enjoy what you've seen here, make sure to hit the like button. We'd greatly appreciate your support. Anyhow, guys, all that aside, let's get on with the show. Man, I gotta make this quick, because every time I shut the air conditioner off for the whole house so I can shoot one of these videos, I mean, it's friggin' 11:30 in the morning here and it's already 91 degrees. Anyhow, gentlemen, what we're looking at today is a real old school BBI 2-pill 50 volt base unit. This is owned by my friend Mr. Clifford, and he bought this thing. It's been running for years and years and years and years now, and really what I set these up to do was to take about 35 watts, 40 watts of drive, but they can take up to 100. Well, the fan that was in this thing was kind of wee, and the guy that had it before Justin was only running like a 25 or 30 watt radio into it. Well, Justin hooked up a 100 or 100.5 watt radio to this thing, and it put the power out. Don't get me wrong, it'll do it. But I think it got too hot, and this is what we ended up having happen. So here's one of the transistors. Just destroyed it on the inside. It just came apart at the rails. And this one's got a gain of 3 to it. So I went ahead and I put 2 new transistors in it, replaced your 10 ohms. I did put a little bit of an input buffer on this, just a little bit, just a little tiny attenuator, helped knock it down just a little bit. But the main thing is I got rid of the very thin internal fan and went to a very thick 120 millimeter external fan. It runs on AC, and it's very quiet, but it's going to move about 6 times the volume of air through the cabinet. Now this is a 1x4 mobile enclosure. In the front we got a transformer, and then we got our amp board in the back, and in the middle we got a rectifier and our filtration circuit for our 50 volt and our 12 volt. Okay, so this was Gen 1 of these. I built this originally for Truck CB sales about 1.5 million years ago. And we built probably 5 or 6 of these, and I got one in Hawaii, and we got 3 or 4 kind of scattered around the rest of the country. So this is one of them, and I figured while it was here I would give it all the modern updates. Even though the ones that are out there, they're running fine, I wanted to be able to give him the best chance for survival. So we upgraded the fan to help keep it cooler, that way he can run the thing a little bit. First we're going to run it with just a 20 watt radio. So we're going to come up here and we're going to shoot with the 955. Okay, amplifier's off. Hello. Oh, hold on. Hello. So we're going to put 20 watts of drive in this thing. Okay, here's our pass-through SWR. Hello, hello, hello. It's like the amp's not even there. Turn the 2950 on. It's doing about 20 watts of peak power, 20-25 watts, and watch what this thing puts out of it for power. Hello. That's 750 peak. Hello. About 200 bird, and that's with the very anemic 2950 hitting it. These are really about a 900 to 1,000 watt box, peak power, and they'll run reliably like this for days. Let's just key it up here. They'll run like this for days. Hello, 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 hello. 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 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. Hello, 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 hello. Input tune is nice and low. So we can sit here and keep this keyed for a month of Sundays. Hold on, I want to switch radios. I want to try a couple different things. Here's a derail radio. Hello. 300 bird, 600 peak power. I took the 955 up to it real quick. You know, that's not the way I suggest you run this thing. I suggest you use a 35 or 45 watt radio. And just let it cruise, man. It'll last you forever like that. I'm just showing you, you can hit it this hard and it will put out these numbers, but I can't make you any end results on how long it's going to last, right? So we kill the derail radio. Okay, got the striker all hooked up. Put 80 watts of drive into it, peak power. 900 watts. So the point is, if you're easy on this thing, it'll last you forever. Like I said, you can put a 100-watt radio in it. I can't make you any guaranteed results. So just use something that runs about 50 watts or so, and this thing will last you from now until the end of time. Makes a ton of bird power, ton of peak power, and literally this is out of 2 transistors. We are plugged into a 110 outlet, believe it or not. Old school BBI. This thing's probably 7 years old. So yeah, I think the fan's going to help you out a bunch, but Justin, just take it easy, brother. Have fun with it. It'll last you forever. Gentlemen, I'm going to get the air conditioning back on for the rest of the house, and I'm going to get on with some other things I got to get finished up over here. So on that note, I got a jet. Come check us out, www.bbiamps.com. Come find me on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, and of course right here on the YouTube Gargler. Just take a hot minute. Give me a thumbs up. That's all it takes. One thumbs up. Just give me some thumbs up. I just like looking at the statistics. I gotta go. Appreciate you. Call that number if you need me for anything. On to the next project. I'll see you. Bye.